Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey guys and bitches and all you other sluts on the internet, it's time to waste 10 to 15 minutes of your lives. Are you ready for some mediocre editing, offensive language, and some dicks? Well then this is the perfect channel for you. So put on your ball gags and pop open a bottle of Pinot Grigio, because it's about to get cray-cray. All kidding aside, hello all you lovelies, I'm not actually dead. I wish I was, however, I'm not as fortunate. I am yet again returning from another 12-decade hiatus from this channel to give you another movie review that is extremely convoluted, uneducated, and even though I sat through this movie, I sat through it by my own choice, which I regret extremely. The Nun came out September 2018, which is directed by Corin Hardy, who has also directed something called The Hollow, which got extremely bad reviews. He also directed a few music videos. And the only artist I recognize was The Prodigy, because the 90s are forever. The Nun also stars Damien Belkir or whatever from Hateful Eight, Alien Covenant, Lowrider, and Taissa Farmiga, because Bear is in the Conjuring movies, and American Horror Story sucks now, and what career does she have outside of that? So why not? Also, if you're expecting a spoiler-free review, get the fuck out. So I'm just going to somewhat quickly summarize this movie all for you. A nun and a priest are sent to Romania to investigate a nun's suicide at a monastery full of agoraphobic nuns. On the outskirts of the Full House of Nuns, they meet a French Canadian who lives in a shack, leads them to the convent, and they find the body of the nun still hanging there like a fucked up Christmas decoration, which Clive Barker would probably cream his little panties just thinking of that concept. So then they hide the body does creepy things, and then nothing happens. They go meet the remaining nuns, where they speak fluently in exposition. Priesty Boy and Bugs Nunny are allowed to stay at the monastery, where the demon nun appears in the background and makes scary noises and ooky spooky jump scares. We then find out that the nun girl has a second sight. The priest is haunted by a failed past exorcism where some little kid died. Whatever. Anyways, somewhat spooky things happen, but nothing actually happens. The priest gets buried underground by the Twisted Sister, and the nun-ho uses her psychic powers to find Father Daddy underground. We then come to realize that all the nuns in the Jesus Castle aren't actually real and died a long time ago because of the demon nun. And the demon semen nun was just altering reality because she has all the Infinity Stones and she's going to snap her fingers and get rid of 50% of the population, even though that idea is super fucking stupid as fuck. Soon the French Canadian joins the priest and the nun girl on their journey to fight Infinity Nun and to destroy her from standing in the background and being really inconvenient. They eventually find the blood of Jesus in a very easy puzzle handed to us as the audience through obvious foreshadowing and paint-by-numbers exposition. They then find a glass Pokeball filled with Jesus. The nun fights them a little, kind of choking out Frenchie, who's super important apparently, and nearly drowning the nun girl before she spits the blood of Jesus into the fun nun's face. Everything ends, and we're all happy that the movie's over. But wait, there's a twist ending, and it's so shocking. Frenchie got possessed, and it turns out he was the man from the beginning of The Conjuring 1. The end. So what do I think of this movie? Well, it made over 16 times its budget worldwide in the box office, but has worse reviews than the first Annabelle movie, which was originally the worst Conjuring Universe movie, but now it is no longer. This movie has no soul and has no purpose. This movie took out all the fun from the nun character and just turned it into a cash grab. This honestly felt like it should have been a January horror release, because January is the graveyard for horror movies. And it felt like it was supposed to be PG-13, minus some small amounts of gore. This honestly could easily be cut into a PG-13 movie. I mean, shit, if Deadpool 2 is going to do that, a PG-13 movie of The Nun would be a fucking cakewalk. Where did this movie go wrong? Well, the first failure for the film was hiring an inexperienced director and a fastly growing franchise. All he's done before is low-rated shorts and music videos from shitty musicians in The Prodigy. Secondly, they failed when they casted Taissa Farmiga. Still did not connect her character with Lorraine Warren. They had a huge opportunity to execute the most obvious outcome, Finally, they relied too much on exposition, cheap jump scares to hold the movie, and they tried their best for us to care about any of these characters, but it fails because the spoon feeds us everything. I feel like Dora the Explorer is going to pop out and be like, Hola! Can you find the very obvious thing we talked about in great detail 30 minutes ago? Fuck. This movie's terrible. Do not see it if you haven't seen it yet. Save yourself an hour and a half and your money. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a great Christmas, and I hope you all have a great New Year. The Nun sucks. Goodbye. Hey guys, I just wanted to apologize for the shitty audio quality in this video. I tried using a new type of software to help me memorize my script, basically a teleprompter software. However, using that really fucked up when it came to recording audio. So there's really nothing I can do about it because I'm not skilled when it comes to audio. I edit all these videos myself, so it's not like I have a fancy camera or I have a mic or anything. I just use my phone. So, fuck that shit. I'm not going to use it again in future videos, so thanks, whores.